What's up, you guys? Steven Muehlhausen here. The Zone, sporting news, all the fun stuff. What a awesome night. We had boxing, MMA, pro wrestling. I haven't gotten to the pro wrestling yet, but I heard the wrestling show was great. I was on boxing and MMA duty for DAZN News and covered a pretty easy performance for Sean Porter, pretty lopsided. And then what we're discussing here, the UFC main event, Fight Night, Apex, Las Vegas, Frankie Edgar. Successful bantamweight debut, defeating Pedro Munhoz by split decision. Munhoz got one judge's scorecard, 49-46, and Edgar got the other two judges, 48-47. You could see when that first scorecard was read and it went to Edgar, Munhoz had a look on his face like, you gotta be kidding me. And even as soon as I saw that, I'm like, oh, shoot. I don't know. We're going to get some wonky scorecards. And boy, did we get wonky. But we'll get into all that in a few moments. If you are watching, make sure subscribe to the channel, like the video. We're getting there. Inching up. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and also like or thumbs down to the video. We've gotten a ton of thumbs downs on me feeling like the Velveteen Dream should have been canned. It should be fired ASAP by the WWE, and still Paul Levesque is the Velveteen Dream must know where the bodies are buried, as they say. Because I think he does. He has to at this point. But back to the UFC show. Man, you look at Pedro Munhoz's face, and I felt for him. Because you could see, like, oh, man, come on. And Frankie Edgar is like, yeah. Anything of 49-46 Munhoz, I'm like, okay, that's how I had it scored. I'm like, okay. And then another 48-47, I'm like, that is not going to Pedro Munhoz. Frankie Edgar, you could see the reaction of Frankie Edgar. Like, he knew he got away with one. He wasn't too confident by watching him when that bell sounded to end the fifth round. He didn't look like a man that really won. That felt like he was 110% confident, I won. He got away with one here, ladies and gentlemen. He robbed that fight from Pedro Munhoz. The judges took that away from him. I just don't see beyond the second round what Frankie Edgar really did that was overwhelming. Like, Frankie Edgar fought a Frankie Edgar fight. Had good lateral movement. He got in, got out. He threw nothing overwhelming except for one shot in the fifth round. To where if you're grasping at straws, and he snapped Munhoz's head back. That, to me, was the most significant strike of the final round. If you want, okay. But Munhoz still won that fight, okay, 48-47. But we're grasping at straws. What did Frankie, beyond the second round, because I thought Frankie fought great in the second round, through a lot of great combinations, was throwing things in bunches, was on the inside, he got the takedown. He didn't get a takedown the rest of the damn fight. I don't see how he won. Humor me. I'm always willing to explore and to see. In this instance, man, I don't know. I thought Munhoz came out in that first round. He was busting Frankie up. was landing that right hand, was throwing the leg kicks. Shots were, was the more powerful guy because Frankie's throwing and really having no effect. And that was kind of the thing I was wondering, he's going down. Could the power translate? Because, guys, he was finishing guys at 55, finishing guys at 45. Not at what he was doing at lightweight, but okay, But Frankie Edgar is a high volume guy. And in this matter, Pedro Munhoz was the more powerful guy. I don't get what these judges were looking at. Because if we're looking at it, and I wrote the write-up, I had it even going into the third, and that's on Munhoz. I thought Munhoz really started turning it on. Connecting on the leg kicks, and you could see Edgar's legs getting busted up. You could see those legs getting bruised. And then you could see halfway in the third round, you could see Frankie slowing down. This wasn't a thing of, it's because of the power. Being 38 years old, taking punches to the face, he had a gash over his eye. Then not in his nose. Munhoz had a gash over his eye. Both guys are bleeding. But then the leg kicks. Frankie's getting tired. You're thinking he's taking control of the fight. But no. But the judges apparently saw something totally different. I thought the fourth round was a good round. Both guys came slugging, came out guns blazing, combinations were flying. I thought Munhoz got the better of the exchanges. He clipped Edgar with the right hand to the jaw right at the end of the exchange. But that movement, it seemed like when Munhoz would gain control, Edgar would come right back. He would, using his movement, it was giving Munhoz, you could tell Munhoz was getting frustrated. He's like, what the hell do I have to do here? This guy keeps coming. It's getting going back in and out. And then when he would circle in and out, he'd get right back into the middle of the octagon. Fifth round, same thing as the fourth. Slinging that leather. The amount of strikes were just about the same, but it was pretty even. But Edgar landed that more significant blow when he snapped Munhoz's head back with that hard right. And apparently, that right hand sealed. That was enough for the judges. Sealed the deal. Frankie Edgar gets his first win at 135 pounds. But that was some highway freaking robbery. Highway robbery. That's the only thing I can think of in my mind of why Frankie Edgar won the fight. Movement, in and out. Was getting in, getting out. The right hand in the fifth. But if we're still great, even when you say that, Munhoz won. I thought Munhoz won the first. I thought Munhoz won the third. And I thought Munhoz won the fourth. We're grasping at straws here. If you thought Frankie Edgar won 3 out of 5 rounds, I thought the judges got it right. Even with the frustration of Pedro Munhoz in the fourth round, Pedro Munhoz was still landing more of the shots. His shots were having more of an impact. Look at Frankie Edgar's face after the fight. That wasn't a man that won the fight. That was a man that was lucky to get out of a war. That's why they say you don't let this fight go to the judges, to these incompetent people. That is why we need open scoring. This is another fight to where we need open scoring. We should know what is going on here. Fighters need to know. Corners need to know what's going on. You can alter your game plan. Alter it. You have one plan going in. You'd be thinking, Munhoz's corner had to be thinking going in round 5. We got this fight well in hand. We're good. We can kind of coast a little bit. Still, don't load up so much on the right hand because he was doing it a little bit. Don't load up so much. Stick with the jab. Throw the leg kicks. Mix in a head kick like you've been doing. Stick to what you've been doing. You're going to win the fight. However, once again, the incompetent judging in Las Vegas didn't see it that way. Frankie Edgar gets his first win at bantamweight. I think he's the first. See, I got to look this up. I don't have the stat in front of me. How many fighters have won a fight in 3 weight classes? Beyond Conor McGregor, I don't know anybody. But to me, that's impressive. It really is. You have to give Frankie Edgar credit for that. The former lightweight champion does get the nod over the number 5 ranked bantamweight. Question is now, what's next for Edgar? Man, bantamweight is stacked. Dana White more or less confirmed what we already knew. To my girl Heidi Angel, he'll be getting likely the next crack at champion Peter Yan. Will it be Aljamain Sterling? If Aljamain Sterling wasn't getting that shot, something is seriously wrong with this sport. A lot of tragedies in this sport. That happens to be one of them. What do you got? Sandhagen and Marlon Moraes coming up later this year. Cody Garbrandt's going down to 125 to challenge champion Davison Figueiredo on November the 21st at UFC 254. I think it's 250. Yeah, 254. Is it? No. 55. I take that back. UFC 255. I have a fight, and I think this would be fun. Edgar and Dominic Cruz. I've wanted to see that fight for years. Yeah, Frankie's coming off a win. Dominic's coming off getting stopped. But that's some fun action there. I don't know what Cruz is thinking about coming back. But man, that's a main event fight. Co-main on a main event on a fight night. Co-main on a pay-per-view. That can be some fun. They're one and the same. Great lateral movement. Knows when to get in, get out. Knows the key moments for takedowns. Knows the key moments when to throw shots. I think that would be some fun. Frankie Edgar thinks he's top 5. GTFOH. Sorry, Frankie. Not a bleeping chance. You are top 5. Not even close. You're not top 10. Okay, that's fair enough. You don't get the premise because you beat a top 5 guy a fight you shouldn't have won, and you think you can just go top 5. Yeah, I can't buy that argument at all. Not a chance. And a Pedro Munhoz, that's, man, devastating loss. Because it's like, where does he go? It's just, this division is so stacked. I wouldn't mind seeing Munhoz and Cruz as well. I don't know how big the UFC is on putting guys with wins going against guys with losses, but I don't know about Edgar and Cruz. That'd be fun. It's a big fight. He can get Cruz right back in line. I don't know what Cruz's agenda is at this point beyond commentating, which he's regressed, in my honest opinion. I'm not very fond these days of the commentating of one Dominic Cruz. But we will end with that for the evening. Thank you for everyone that has been watching. It's really appreciated. Thank you so much. Don't remember, subscribe to the channel and also like the video as well. Tomorrow we will have us. Daryl Rivera will join me. We will have a SummerSlam recap. Oh, better drink a ton for that when I'm golfing early in the day tomorrow. So let's see how that goes. But you can find me on Twitter at Muehlhausen MMA. You can find the audio version. Well, there's going to be no audio of this, but audios of all our podcasts can be found on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, and all your favorite podcasting platforms. You can also find the Walkway to Fight Club on Facebook. Just type in the Walkway to Fight Club. You can find the podcast page on Twitter at Walkway Fight, and also the podcast page on Instagram, Walkway to Fight Club, all in lowercase letters. You can find me on Twitter right there at Muehlhausen Jr. My name is Steven Muehlhausen, and we'll talk to you guys next time.